Whenever there is a conversation about lost civilizations and something that predates human history, we often talk about the Great Flood and how different cultures across different religions, which have no contact, have the exact same story. Now, what is the flood myth? The Bible has Noah's Ark, the Hindu scriptures have the Manu, the epics of Gilgamesh written centuries before the Bible have Upanishadam, the Greeks have their own version, the Aboriginals have their own version, and what's interesting is that all of them share a very similar storyline. But there are quite a few counter-arguments to this. In places like Greenland and Antarctica, there are rings being formed in ice for hundreds of thousands of years. And if there was a great flood, it would have destroyed those rings easily. And even if every single glacier on this planet melted, it still wouldn't be enough water to cover the whole Earth with a flood. The numbers just don't add up. There are also arguments about how impossible it is to fit so many species in one boat, no matter what the size is. And it also doesn't make sense from an evolutionary perspective and the biodiversity that exists around the world and how spread out it is. For example, kangaroos in Australia, and how they have left no traces if they did travel back all the way to Australia, and how they did it going through the sea. Things like that. Think about it this way. Every civilization goes to where there is water. And when you go somewhere so close to water, there is bound to be some floods at some point in time. And floods are not that rare. So there could have been a series of small or even big floods that different cultures experienced but had the same results. So they kind of gave the same argument for it. What's interesting is the philosophical aspect of it. Every single flood has something to do with virtue and being good or being bad. And the floods are always a punishment that humanity has lost its way and they need divine judgment. Our human brains find logic in anything and everything. And I think people start justifying those natural disasters and giving it the reason of religion or God. Because the universe is so large and things happen at random, it does not have its own will. But when you have something you can lean upon, something like religion, something like a God, it becomes easier for the human mind to digest it. Because if it happens without a reason, then it creates uncertainty. And our human minds do not like uncertainty. It creates anxiety. During difficult times, societies start becoming fragile and start collapsing within itself. So maybe the Great Floods are real and it's the oldest observation made. Or it could just be a way of humans coping when there's something completely out of their control.